Just hours ago, top officials confirmed that $3,100 direct payments have been officially approved for individuals receiving Social Security, SSDI, and VA benefits in a historic move that's sending powerful shock waves throughout Washington and across the country. These substantial funds are not just promises or proposals anymore. They're real, approved, and actively being processed at this very moment, meaning they could be showing up in your bank account in just a matter of days. The deal is sealed, the funds are allocated, and payments are already moving through the system as we speak. Have you checked your bank account today? If not, you could be waking up to a very pleasant financial surprise. If you want to stay informed with the latest verified details about when exactly these payments will arrive, who precisely qualifies, and what simple steps you may need to take to ensure you receive your full $3,100, hit that subscribe button now and turn on your notifications immediately. I bring you daily updates covering Social Security, stimulus check developments, and other vital financial news that could put thousands of dollars directly into your pocket. You don't want to risk missing any critical information that could directly and significantly affect your financial future. Subscribe today and become part of our growing community of informed beneficiaries. According to the official announcement released this morning by the Social Security Administration, these newly approved $3,100 payments represent a long-anticipated financial adjustment aimed at addressing the widening gap between benefit amounts and the actual rising cost of living faced by millions of recipients, SSA Commissioner stated. After months of rigorous analysis, extensive negotiations, and pressure from advocacy groups, we've secured approval for these substantial direct payments as an urgent response to the growing financial strain our beneficiaries are experiencing amid surging prices across nearly every essential category of life. This decisive action follows persistent lobbying from organizations representing seniors, disabled Americans, and low-income communities who have repeatedly sounded the alarm about the inadequacy of standard cost of living adjustments that have failed to keep pace with real inflation. What makes this payment especially notable is its broad, universal application across multiple federal benefit programs. Every Social Security retirement recipient, regardless of current benefit level, will receive the full $3,100 amount. This same payment applies equally to recipients of supplemental security income, Social Security, disability insurance, SSDI, and Veterans Affairs, VA benefits with no reductions, no phase-outs, and no income limitations imposed. This inclusive approach marks a significant shift in how financial relief is being distributed to vulnerable populations. Have you ever witnessed such an across-the-board benefit without complicated eligibility restrictions or bureaucratic barriers? The Treasury Department has confirmed that the distribution of these payments officially began early this morning, with the first wave of direct deposits already making their way through the banking system. Beneficiaries who have direct deposit information on file with the SSA will be the first to receive their funds, with payments expected to post in their accounts within the next 72 hours. Meanwhile, individuals who normally receive paper checks will see their payments mailed out starting next week, with an estimated delivery time frame of 7 to 10 business days. For those who rely on prepaid benefit cards, funds will be automatically loaded following the same schedule as direct deposits. When was the last time you saw the federal government act this swiftly and efficiently to deliver financial relief directly to the people? This unusually rapid rollout reflects the urgency of the economic hardships currently facing millions of beneficiaries. Just 1 hour ago, congressional leaders who were instrumental in securing approval for these payments held a joint press conference to explain the funding mechanism behind this massive financial package. According to their statements, the $3,100 payments are being funded through a combination of previously allocated but unused federal emergency funds, along with revenue generated by closing several long-standing corporate tax loopholes. This clever financial structuring has made it possible to move forward without requiring new legislation or adding to the national deficit. Doesn't it make sense to Finally, use these existing resources to directly assist vulnerable citizens instead of letting those funds remain idle in government accounts. Economic experts are already forecasting the powerful impact these payments could have, not just for individual recipients, but for the broader economy as well. Dr. Eleanor Williams, chief economist at Capital Research Group, appeared on financial networks this morning, stating, "Injecting nearly more $218 billion directly into the hands of people who will immediately spend it on essential needs will create a major economic ripple effect. These funds will circulate rapidly through local economies, supporting small businesses, increasing demand for goods and services, and potentially creating hundreds of thousands of jobs nationwide." Early projections indicate that these payments could boost GDP by as much as 0.8% in the upcoming quarter. For the typical Social Security recipient currently receiving about $1,800 per month, this $3,100 represents nearly 2 extra months of benefits delivered all at once. This financial relief couldn't come at a more critical time. Inflation on essentials such as groceries, housing, healthcare, and utilities continues to outpace the standard cost of living increases embedded in current benefit formulas. Have you noticed how your monthly check doesn't stretch as far as it used to, despite those annual increases? These direct payments are designed specifically to close that growing gap between fixed benefits and rising costs. Understandably, many beneficiaries are wondering if receiving this payment might affect their eligibility for other assistance programs. The SSA has already addressed these concerns by confirming that these $3,100 payments will not count as income when determining eligibility for Medicaid, SNAP benefits, formerly known as food stamps, housing assistance, or other means-tested support programs. This critical protection ensures that recipients won't face the impossible choice between accepting this much-needed financial relief and risking the loss of other essential services they rely on. Additionally, the payment is structured as non-taxable income, meaning recipients won't see their tax obligations increase due to receiving these funds. The White House issued a statement this morning in support of the initiative, reaffirming that financial security for seniors, disabled citizens, and veterans remains a top national priority. The statement emphasized how these payments align with broader economic recovery goals, ensuring that relief efforts reach all Americans, especially those living on fixed incomes who have been disproportionately impacted by economic volatility. When was the last time you saw Washington unite with such shared urgency to meet the needs of benefit recipients? This rare moment of bipartisan action reflects widespread recognition of the financial pressures affecting these populations. For beneficiaries wondering whether they need to take any action to receive their payment, the answer is reassuringly simple. In most cases, no action is required. The SSA will use the same payment information already on file for your regular monthly benefits. However, if you've recently changed banks or updated your direct deposit information, officials strongly recommend logging into your My Social Security account online or calling the SSA directly to verify your details and avoid delays. Have you checked that your contact and payment information is up to date? Taking a few minutes to confirm these details could be the difference between receiving your payment quickly or facing unnecessary delays. Community organizations that serve seniors and disabled Americans are already mobilizing to assist beneficiaries with this rollout. The National Council on Aging announced this morning they will host daily virtual information sessions starting tomorrow to help answer common questions and guide beneficiaries through the process. Local senior centers across the nation are also preparing to help those without internet access or who need in-person assistance confirming their payment status. This coordinated support network aims to ensure that every eligible recipient successfully receives their payment without unnecessary obstacles. Financial advisors are already offering tailored guidance on how recipients might make the most of this unexpected windfall. While everyone's situation is different, common recommendations include paying down high-interest debts, addressing postponed medical or dental care, completing essential home repairs, or accessibility improvements, and boosting emergency savings. For many who have been scraping by on tight fixed incomes, these payments provide a rare and valuable opportunity to address long-deferred financial priorities. What pressing needs could you finally address with an extra $3,100 that would strengthen your long-term financial stability? The timing of these payments aligns with what economists have identified as an especially challenging financial caution that beneficiaries will never be asked to pay a fee, provide sensitive personal details over phone or email, or purchase gift cards or cryptocurrency to access their funds. The SSA has confirmed it will not contact beneficiaries via phone, text, or email about these payments unless responding to a specific inquiry. If you receive any suspicious communication claiming to be about this payment, how can you verify if it's legitimate? Experts recommend contacting the SSA directly via their official phone number or website rather than responding to incoming calls or messages. And what about beneficiaries who have recently applied for benefits but haven't started receiving them yet? According to guidance released by the SSA this morning, anyone approved for benefits prior to the 1st of this month will receive the full $3,100 payment. Those whose applications are still pending